exactly. And get, I guess, get very real for a moment. And hopefully this helped me. So I hope it helped you. And I'm all about like this whole career of mine, this whole life of mine has been built upon helping others figure out life as I figure things out myself, figuring out business, figuring themselves out, and just getting everything in alignment, right? And today, um, it just came to me like the concept of being still and knowing, right? Like in the Bible, it talks about being still and know that I am God. But today it really hit me because I've just had so much creative energy recently and so much clarity, and just a strong sense of direction and purpose and even certainty, right? um and a strong level of peace. And I don't mean peace just because everything's right. Like there's a lot of things right now that I'm like, ugh, that needs to be taken care of, but just a peace because I just know. And there's been so many times where I would just pray at night, or, I'm just worried about like, look, I gotta find a way, I gotta make this happen, I gotta make this happen, I gotta make this happen, woo, 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 trying to push doors open, trying to figure this out, figure that out, whatever. And I think that there's room for just straight up grit and tenacity. But I really feel like our prayers get answered. Life happens when we just decide, but not just saying I'm going to do this, but like deciding with um every part of our being. And making the decision isn't about just knowing what you want and hoping that you'll get there. It's making the decision regardless of what happens, and just stepping out on faith and being like, you know what, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for broke. Meaning, I'm either going to hit this target or I'm going to lose everything to get there. And that's a scary thing to say. But anytime I've ever been in that space, it's been the most effective space I've ever been in, because I've been willing to make the sacrifice, whatever sacrifice is necessary to get to that place. Having the difficult conversations, setting up boundaries, coming to terms with, you know what, this may create a loss in this area. I may lose out on this relationship, on this opportunity, on this or that, but you know what? It is what it is. And I think you can only get to that point once you've just really decided in like every part of you that you're going to do it. And like that's what I mean by making the decision. And a big part of that is letting go of fear and the fear of what if. And that's hard because, especially as you grow older, because you've acquired more, like I, it's easy to do that when I was in my early 20s because I didn't have anything at that point. I didn't have good credit. I didn't have a house. I didn't have a mortgage. I didn't have a husband. I didn't have, a reputation. I didn't have any of the things that I have now. So it was nothing for me to go out there and embarrass myself because nobody knew who I was anyway. And I mean, I still don't think people know who I am, but for the people who know, they know. You know what I'm saying? And just recently, I just like went up another notch of just letting go of fear. Like, okay, well, what if this happens? Okay, and if it does happen, so what? Is it going to take my life? No. If I was able to build my life to this point, I'm pretty sure I can build it back again. I mean, I feel like doing it, but I'm pretty sure that I can do it again. If I did it once, I can do it again. And if I haven't done it once, then I'm probably not living the life I want to live anyway. So what is there to lose? But for me, change happens when I'm just like, I can't take another moment of mediocrity, or I can't take another interaction like that. I can't take, like, I refuse to spend another day doing whatever. And I'm just at that point. I'm just at that point. And since then, everything has just been so clear. And I don't have to like fiend happiness. I don't have to fiend energy or motivation just because I'm so clear about what it is that I want. And I'm so clear about what it is I'm not going to deal with or what I don't want. And I don't know, it just makes me happy. And it makes me open to whatever's going to come, willing to take more risk. And yeah, I'm proud of myself. And I hope that maybe you got something out of that, but you gotta know that you know that you know that you know that you know about everything. Even the things that are unknown. There's just something in you that has to say, like, I can do it. I'll figure it out. You just have to trust that you'll find a way. And then you have to know that you'll be happier on the path of figuring it out than just sitting around doing nothing about it. Like, I'd rather suffer on the path of trying to figure things out than to comfortably sit in mediocrity or comfortably sit below my standards. And I'm just like, that's just no longer enough. It's no longer enough. I'm at the point now where I'd rather suffer in the pursuit of greatness than to sit comfortably in the pursuit of I don't even want to say it's someone else's dream for me or anything like that, than to sit comfortably in a box. So I hope that helps, because I know that for sure a lot of the frustration, anxiety, um, inability to focus, just anxious energy, all this stuff is just coming from a space of not addressing the calling. Not addressing the calling and settling for the box, settling for the comparison, um, trying to find ways to fit into places, spaces, boxes, careers, whatever that I just don't fit into. And that's okay. It's okay. And I am blessed that God has brought me to a space to where I don't really care about what people think. I don't care about people's judgments. I just don't care. Why not? And being so comfortable in my skin to where I don't need a specific lifestyle to make me feel good about myself, which gives me freedom. And I hope you get to that space too, to where you should feel so great about yourself that you don't have to put yourself into financial and into financial yokes that you got to keep up with. I love the fact that the only thing I got to do is pay my mortgage, pay to live, and I'm gonna figure the rest out. And thank God there's no debtor's prison. But I don't even think I got to worry about that. I am the queen of getting resources for myself and building. Just saying. You got to know that you 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 can do it. And know what you want. And don't be afraid of what comes with it, because you're going to need some sort of sacrifice. Something's got to be sacrificed. You just can't be afraid of that. And the things you're afraid to lose, you'll figure out you never even wanted that stuff in the first place. That's the part that kills me, is For so long, the things that I was afraid of losing, my essence didn't want it in the first place. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, leave some comments. Hit me up. I'd love to talk about this with you.